Hi, Chef Blondie here. And as you can probably tell by my voice, I've been under the weather lately, but we're going to keep going anyway. So today, I'm going to teach my sous chef how to make gnocchi. I don't know if you've ever made it or not. I haven't, but we're going to do it today. Hey, I got a question for you. Why would you want to make your homemade gnocchi, and why would it be preferable to store-bought? Well, first of all, it's the freshness. Homemade gnocchi is far fresher than any store-bought because the store-bought, it's been on the shelf for how long? And it always tastes kind of rubbery to me. Yeah, the texture. It's the fresh gnocchi has such a delicate and pleasant texture. And also the flavor. Homemade gnocchi can have a richer, more enhanced flavor. It's healthier for you because you can eliminate any of the preservatives or anything that's in it, and you've got control over salt and anything else. And you can customize it. You can adjust the recipe to fit to your dietary needs or preferences. And I'm going to tell you one more thing here. If you look at these two little salt and peppers, my daughter-in-law, she bought these for me when they were on their honeymoon many years ago in Prince Edward Island. So I thought, why not use these today? Anyway, my friends, we're going to get started with making this gnocchi and happy cooking.
Sous Chef Fuzzy here. I'm going to talk to you about the ingredients. We're using 3 medium russet potatoes. We were shooting for 2 pounds, and as it turned out, these came out to be almost exactly 2 pounds. You're going to use 1 to 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. 1 large egg is used, and then 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Instead of kosher salt, we used Redmond real salt.
Okay, Sous Chef Fuzzy, he scrubbed and washed his potatoes, and he's got them in the pot, and you need to bring them to a boil and let them simmer for approximately 25 to 30 minutes. We've got the potatoes boiling now, and that's going to be approximately 25 minutes. We've set up our station here with all the ingredients we're going to need. And I did forget my bench scraper. And, let me give you a little background history on gnocchi. Gnocchi is a traditional Italian dumpling made from a mixture of flour, potatoes, and sometimes eggs. And the word gnocchi is believed to derive from the Italian word gnocchio, which is meaning is knot in wood or knuckle, reflecting their small knobby shape. The gnocchi had been a staple in Italian cuisine since Roman times, with variations evolving over centuries. The most well-known potato gnocchi emerged in the 16th or 17th century after the introduction of potatoes from the Americas. I love gnocchi. I use it in so many different recipes, and this is going to be an interesting adventure.
Okay, Chef Blondie, the potatoes have been on boiling for 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do now?
Well, what you're going to do is you're going to drain the potatoes.
Okay, I'm going to take them over to the
take
sink.
them over here.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, now you're going to take the potatoes out. Okay. And we're going to drain the water. And then you're going to put the potatoes back into the warm pot. Let them dry out just a little bit. You're doing a great job, Fuzzy. Sorry I can't really help you today. I'm just really under the weather.
Oh, you did have a bad case of crud.
Yep.
We had you tested for every disease under the sun, and it wasn't
just a bad virus, and they don't know what kind. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to let that stay in the pot for, what did I say, 5-10 minutes?
Okay. Set this for...
Okay. Because you want them to dry out just a little bit.
Yeah, they're still sort of hot.
Mm-hmm.
I can hold them, but not for long.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to split them in half. That'll help when we go to peel them. Oh yeah, they're done pretty much all the way through.
Okay.
Okay, the potatoes have cooled to the touch. So now it's time to peel them. And then we're going to be using the ricer, which we've never used before, and we're going to be ricing them. So let's peel them first. Oh, peels come right off.
Yeah, just come right off. Yeah. I got a question. I wonder why they ask you to use russet potatoes for this?
Because of the amount of starch in them. And
right.
I think that's the reason.
Okay.
I'll look it up, make sure that when we... This is the very first time that we've used our brand new ricer, potato ricer.
Let's try it and see how it works.
We're going to try it, see how it works, and figure out how to keep doing it better and better.
Okay, do it over the bowl.
I'm going to, but I got to get it started here.
Trial and error.
Trial and error.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Where's the potato? Nothing's... There it is.
There it comes.
Man, I wouldn't be able to do that because you got to have strength. Man, unless I get some weight training, I wouldn't be able to do that.
But it works. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Oh, that's better. Okay, good job, Fuzz. Okay, you ready?
Now, with this particular ricer, they have 3 different tools or dies that go in there. We'll have to experiment as to which one is really going to be the best for doing various types of ricing.
So now we're going to add the salt to the flour.
How much salt was that?
I think it says a teaspoon.
Okay.
Yes, teaspoon.
Okay.
And you're using, what, a cup of flour to start with?
A cup of flour, and then I'm going to add a little bit more and
work it. Okay.
Work it and see what we get. So we'll mix the flour and the salt.
Okay.
That's a lot of potato when it's riced up like that.
Yeah.
But it'll...
you're going to work it.
I'm going to work it in there. And I'm not supposed to overwork it. So here comes the egg.
Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay.
This will be fun.
Oh, my gosh. Use your scraper.
Okay, we're going to cut it into the final quarter.
Okay. And then what are you going to do?
Get these out of the way. And then we're going to roll this out into 4 ropes, or so that we can then, each one is going to be about 1/4 of an inch in diameter, or 3/4 of an inch in diameter.
Okay. How's it feel?
It feels pretty good. It's holding together. It hasn't crumbled.
Okay.
We've rolled this rope out. It's a little bit longer than we expected. And we wanted to come up with something about 3/4 of an inch in diameter. We're a little bit more than that. And then we're going to cut it into about half-inch pieces. So
you got your tape measure there.
Yeah, these are a little bit more than 1/2 inch, so I'm going to have to make them smaller. I guess you have to develop this technique over time. But the good thing is
it's holding together.
The potato to flour ratio seems to have been just about right because it's held together. It hasn't crumbled on me. A couple of them I'm going to try to do with the tines of the fork, the scoring that some people like. We're only going to do that for a couple. I have a real nice fork here, and roll it, and it rolls fairly well.
Did it work?
It worked.
Very good. You're going to do something with your thumb, right?
Yeah, different people have different techniques, and that's not going to be in the game for us this time. But here we have our gnocchis.
Okay.
So we're going to put them into this flour tray so that they stay separate. You can see 2 pounds of potatoes
Makes a lot.
out of gnocchi.
I wonder if we can freeze these.
I have seen places where you can freeze them and keep them at least for a few months, but we will have to experiment with that.
Now the water is starting to boil, so it's time to put the gnocchi in. And they're gonna, you know, whenever they float to the top, you take them out.
And we're only going to do half.
Yeah.
And the other half we're going to freeze.
Right. Okay. Whoop.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
Okay, let's see how they're doing there. I don't put too many in.
And it says that it should take 2 or 3 minutes and they'll start floating to the top.
I think they're getting ready. They're floating up to the top. Good job, Fuzz. What do you think?
It just says till they float.
Are they all up yet?
They all seem to be in motion.
Okay, let's get them and put them in the strainer. You hold your bowl there. Then we're going to do a recipe with a mushroom and cream sauce with these guys.
All right, I have the privilege and the honor of being the official taster.
It's hot.
We've worked with this all day, and I'm not as good at, what do I want to say, giving the proper types of descriptions. I know when I like something. Let's see if I do.
It's hot. What do you think, Fuzz?
First of all, I like it better than the store-bought.
They're light and fluffy, right?
It's right, light and fluffy, whereas the store-bought is
Little tough.
a little tough, a little rubbery.